Alright, today we have a Japanese Type 97 light machine gun. This machine gun was used in Japan's tanks during World War II, primarily in the Pacific, and it is based off the ZB-26, the Czech ZB-26. Basically, it even uses basically the same magazine, and we'll go over a few features of the gun, of course do some shooting. Hope you enjoy. Okay, we'll go over a few design features here. First and foremost, you can see this is a top-fed, gravity-fed magazine, similar to the brand, and of course the Czech ZB-26, which this is based off of. It is an open bolt gun. Pull back, charging handle forward, does not reciprocate with the bolt. And you have a safety over here on the left-hand side. Flip this up for fire and down for safe. This is your dust cover here. It's a convenient little feature here. Your mag release also works as the dust cover release. You push forward, spring loaded pops open, you can insert your mag. Rear sight post up and down with this knob here. Front sights. And here's your gas regulator. You can adjust your gas as needed, depending on if the gun starts to get dirty and the power of your ammunition used. Here's the other unique feature of the Type 97. Very similar Japanese design, like the Type 11, offset stock. And there is a lever here on the side. You pull out, allows the stock to come up in a forward stowed position. Now this was crucial in a tank, especially the small Japanese tanks. They're very tight quarters. So this would allow the gunner just to be up close behind the gun. And if they were to dismount and use this gun outside of the tank, they could rotate this back into traditional stock. And it does have a slight adjustment. You push in this button here, and the stock rotates. As you can see here, it rotates in, and it's got basically two positions. Now, the other interesting feature, speaking of taking this gun out outside of the tank, this is an original rare, basically field bipod, emergency bipod. So if they do have to exit the tank, they would put this on and allow them basically to shoot, from the ground. And the gun is light enough; you can shoot from the hip if needed. Now, an interesting design feature of this machine gun, which I don't have, is the optics. They had a bracket up front here, and this piece to the receiver here, it holds an optic that would extend out from the front of the little ball turret on the tank. And additionally, they also had armor that wrapped around the front portion that protruded from the ball turret of the tank to help protect the barrel. And they had the optics so they could see. It's sort of a wide angle optics. Don't have those. Those are also very rare. But in general, I mean, that's the gun. Actually, a very reliable gun. There again, based off the ZB-26, which were also known for their reliability. So with that, let's go shooting. All right, let's load this Type 97 up and send some lead down range. Take it off safe. Charging handle back. Pretty nice. All right, I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on basic field strip of the Type 97. Remove your mag. Once again, make sure the gun is empty. Take it off safe. Now you have a cross lever here. It slides out. And this then allows you to take off your rear back plate. And if you noticed, in most guns you do that, your internals fall out. Doesn't happen on this gun. Here's one little unique piece. Is the op rod and the recoil spring is around the op rod, and it's held captive by this little lever here. So you have to remove this special piece here. You squeeze in and pull out. Now that releases your op rod, and everything can come out the rear. And here's the spring I was speaking of. This is your recoil spring. Now this did have a disadvantage, kind of like the DP 27 or 28, and this could get tempered if you fire the gun an extended period of time, eventually weaken and break the spring. But here's your basic ZB design here, your op rod bolt. So it goes into battery, allows firing pin to be hit and fired. And gas regulator, literally just unthreads. And here you can see the different gas adjustments, corresponding 1, 2, 3, and the different size holes to allow either more or less gas. And similar to the ZB26, you've got your quick change barrel. You pull down on that, you lift this lever up, and you can pop your barrel out. And it basically does come out as a semi-assembled unit, with the barrel and the cooling fins. But then if you have another one, you can put that in and lock it down. So really that's the most you would have to do on this.